Usually, I would come on here with a lot, a more positive attitude, a more upbeat vibe, and cooking or cleaning, listening to music, dancing, hanging, chilling with the kids and my family or whatever. But I mean, that's still the vibe. But today is a little bit, you know, bittersweet to say the least. And I know there's nobody in here, but these lives can be saved and watched later. So I'm just gonna keep talking. This is my cousin, Deshaun Kennedy. Today is his 31st, 31st, 30th. Today is his 30th birthday. Oh, what would have been his 30th birthday? Um, I really have to say this is probably the hardest um thing I've had to deal with in the last like year or two. He passed away last year, so this is the second year. Last year would have been the first year. He died right before his birthday last year. So this is the second year um, without him here. And people say it get, I'm trying so hard not to cry. So people say it gets harder it gets easier with time. And hopefully you guys can hear me. People say stuff like this, death gets easier with time. But does it really? I don't know. To each his own. Because our family is still dealing with the fact that this has happened, that this is real, like that it's final. You know, ain't no changing what happened or won't coming back from what happened or whatever. So, and I think too is hard because he didn't just die from like health causes or like we didn't, it was very unexpected. It wasn't something we thought was coming. It was very unexpected. He lives in Chicago. Well, all of my family live in Chicago. I'm in Minneapolis. So I guess you can just say, like, you can just assume, like, he was murdered, whatever. Just get it out there. And, yeah, it was not, getting that news was like, it was like a shock. Like, it wasn't like, I couldn't even process what I was hearing for like the first hour of me finding out the information. I'm like, what? Huh? Like, nah. Mm-mm. We hadn't had a death in our family in 20, 30 years. And last year, more specifically 2022, our family took a really hard hit. We had 3 people pass away last year. 3 people in our family died last year. That's just unheard of, right? I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's been hard. Then I'm not even in Chicago for his birthday. Like last year we went to Chicago for his birthday. We was there celebrating with the family and all the good stuff. But yeah, to this year just didn't, I don't know. It wasn't like not that I didn't plan on going, but it just didn't happen that way this year. So I don't even know how to celebrate him. I guess just being able to talk about him openly without crying is good enough. So, whew, um, I don't think I've even talked to nobody about certain things. Hold on one sec. I don't think I've even spoken with my family about certain things. Maybe I have. One of my other cousins, who he was closer with, I've told her, but I kind of feel guilty in a way because I moved to Minnesota, so I wasn't able to stay connected to him like I would have liked. But I can't say that either because me and one of my other cousins talk every day, almost all day, all the time. But every time I would visit, I would try to go and see them and whatever. And we had some family stuff that happened, and I heard he found out some things that I had said, and he wasn't too happy about it. So I don't really know how he felt. Like the last time I saw him, he was cool. We took pictures. We actually have a picture in his obituary together. This was the last time we saw each other. This was our last picture together. This is one of our first pictures together. That's Malaysia, that's Montreal, that's me, that's Sean right here, and that's his little brother, Benjamin. And that's him and his mama. That's him in Malaysia. That's him at my granny's house, one of my granny old houses. But yeah, this is him and his friend. They actually died together. These two right here. They actually passed, they were together when they died. So he didn't die alone. I guess that's a good way to like think about it. But yeah, I don't really know how he felt before he passed, and it just kind of make me feel guilty looking at our old messages. I look at our old messages all the time, and I just don't even understand what I was going through at the time to make me like act the way that I was. It wasn't like I don't know, I guess I just didn't know how to interact with boys, even if they were family. Like I had a weird relationship with all of the men or boys in my lives or in my life or whatever. So yeah, I would look at our old messages, and all he used to talk about was family is everything, family of everything, family is everything. Like before he even passed away, that's all he used to talk about. Like, I want to get the family back together because our family is so divided. Like our family is so divided, it's ridiculous. Like, and that's all he used to talk about was, I want to get the family back together. Let's put the family back together. Let's, try to do family reunions. And that's all he used to talk about. And even in our messages, like, he knew. He used to say every time I would ask him, like, how you doing? Like, what's going on? He'd be like, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm grateful still to be alive. Every single time we were talking, it'd be like gaps in between our conversations, like throughout the year. And every time he said the same thing. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Thank God I'm still alive. I'm still alive. So I just feel like he knew the life that he was living, and he knew where he lived and how that impacted his life, because that's all he used to say. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm grateful to still be alive. I'm grateful to still be here. I'm grateful to still, have another day. And he did a lot too. Like he's done a lot. I'm sitting here looking at his obituary now. Like he done. It's like this is like his little group that he was in, and they took flights, places, and he did things. He seen things. Like, he didn't just live in Chicago. He actually got out. Yeah. It's sad, but you know, it's sad. But yeah, today would be his 30th birthday. And I can only imagine the stuff that he would be trying to do today. I don't know. I think my auntie said, or his mom, my cousin said, he just wanted to have a good time. Like his last birthday, he just went to a fancy restaurant. And if y'all follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of him at that restaurant. So 2021, he went to that fancy restaurant for his birthday in 2021. So I'm gonna just assume, you know, that's all he really cared about was just having a, you know, just I want to just go sit down and eat some good food and probably smoke a blunt. I don't know if I can say that here, but whatever. Probably, you know, take a shot and just chill, you know? So I'm not really, I might take a shot. I might go buy a bottle and take a shot and have a drink tonight just for my cousin. But yeah, happy 30th birthday. I don't know. It's not like he was cremated. So it's not like we have anywhere to go to, like, not a memorial anywhere set up. So I just kind of have, well, I guess I'll just clean up the space where I kind of designated for him. Just like, you know, clean it up, make it look nice, and put some flowers. I do have some fresh flowers that I got sitting. I need to put them in some water, and I'll put them in the space where I have designated for him. And that'll just be my way of just honoring him today, because I have no other way really. So yeah, got through that without crying. I've been wanting to do this live since last night. I was actually going to do it at midnight last night, but or this morning, whenever, you know. But I was just so exhausted because the day that I had yesterday, and my title says happy 30th birthday or rest in peace to my cousin / rant. Yeah, so the first half of this was to honor my cousin, okay? And that's what I'm doing. And the second half of this will be a rant, something that I need to get off my chest, because the day we had yesterday, and if you're in Minneapolis, March 31st, 2023, April 1st, 2023, you know, we had a blizzard yesterday. I'm talking about hail, rain, snow. It was just like the sky was just falling, literally. Like, my mom was moving. I'll get to that. I'm gonna get to that. But yeah, I guess I'll just try to remember a memory that I have. All of my earliest memories, though I can't really remember my earliest memories, because everyone says we grew up together. Like, my mom used to babysit him or something like that, or I don't know. We were cousins, so we were always together at some point, but I don't really remember those days. But I do remember, like I said, whenever I used to go to Chicago, I would stay at my grandma's house, and my auntie in Malaysia. My auntie used to live there, or even if she didn't live there, most of the time I was between my auntie house and my grandma's house. And whenever, you know, we would get a chance, we would try to meet up with Sean and Paris and his mom, my cousin Christina, whatever, and we would just try to link up with them and see them mainly because I wanted to see them because I didn't get a chance to see. I don't really even know my whole family like that. I only know like a select few of people because we're so divided. But whenever I got to go to Chicago, I would beg my auntie, like, please, like, let's go see Christina, let's go see Sean and them, da da da. So I remember one time we drove up north. They stayed on the north side of Chicago. We drove up north, and we just went to the beach. We just went to the beach. Me, Malaysia, her brothers and sisters, Sean, Paris, my cousin Christina, my auntie. Like we just got in the car and went to the beach. And the beach ain't that far. Like the beach is like literally like on those out like if you ever been to Chicago, it ain't that far. You ain't got to travel that far to get to it. So we go to the beach. We had a good time at the beach. It was like my memory is a little bit vague, but we just had a good time. And that was probably one of my fondest memories of us. And then I remember too, whenever we used to go over there, they used to love playing video games, and they was very like, even their mom was very like into video games, like gamer girl, like, so they loved games, but they liked playing games like Call of Duty. They liked playing games like I can't even think of the other games, but it was like the mythical creatures, physical, like fantasy games. You know what I'm saying? They used to love playing those type of games, and I just always remembered being like, I was a gamer, but I wasn't into those type of games. I'm still a gamer, but I'm just not into those type of games. I'm just now coming around to liking to play Call of Duty. So yeah, I'm gonna get on Call of Duty. I got a bomb ass name too. It's Mary Poppins. Okay, so if you see me on there, know that's me. I'm the only Mary Poppins. So, um, anyways, so I remember one time we went over to their house, and this was another time that a different time that I'm talking about, but they used to love collecting rocks on their walks home from school. And I specifically remember this just because that was something I used to like to do too as a kid. But it wasn't like other kids related to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I would find a cute rock or a nice rock and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna keep this. This gonna be my lucky rock." But like I said, other kids or people in general will be like, "Put that rock down. Let me pick that rock." Like, so it kind of like I kind of just like grew out of it. If I seen a rock, I'd be like, "Oh, that's a nice rock," but I wouldn't pick it up. So I remember one time we went over to their house and they was like, "Oh, fuck, look, him and his brother Paris. Oh, look. We found these rocks. You remember, or not that you remember, but look at these rocks we found." And they were just they were some nice looking rocks. I clearly remember them like being like, "Oh, let me have that." And they like, "Hell no, we found these." So, I have some rocks right now that I have sitting on a bookshelf where his obituary used to sit. But I have these rocks, and they just look like regular rocks. But I can't remember where these rocks came from. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. They just regular rocks, right? But they're here, and they're on the bookshelf. And I don't want to throw them away because looking at them reminds me of him. Reminds me of that time we were at his house and they were saying like, "Oh, we found these rocks. Look at our rocks." So I just cannot get rid of them. But yeah, I have these rocks because of them, because of him and his brother. Like him and his brother used to love to collect rocks, right? So yeah. But yeah. So that's that. I want to get into this rant, but I just feel like I don't know. I don't want to be like, I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't know. I just don't bring my personal business to Facebook, to the internet. I'm not the type of girl that likes to put my business on the internet. I just don't. So I'm trying to really find the strength right now to do that. So I'm gonna play some music first. Hold on.
Are you still using that regular? Not like those other soaps that may not remove all grease and food residue even with scrubbing.
It's too much scrubbing.
Well, Dawn Platinum removes 99% grease and food residue. And Dawn is the only brand trusted by rescue workers to save wildlife affected by oil spills. And why I told you to use it in the first place.
You're right, as usual.
Try Dawn Platinum Music, please.
Oil change anxiety. It's that sinking feeling you get when that little light starts glowing on your dashboard. The fear of being without your car for hours on end. And the stress of being overcharged. But you never get those feelings of God when you see oil change.
So,
Oil change oil in about 15 minutes. Fight oil change anxiety. Click the banner to find a valvoline instant oil change near you.
my asthma is messing with me today. That's gross. Get it out of there. Get it out now.
Mama, on your iPad for?
No.
You won't get off of my butt.
Stop spinning around. Zayden, did you hear you? I said stop spinning in the circle before you fall.
I can't fall.
Keep that out of your underwear. That's gross.
But
Okay, so we know what time of the year it is, right? Everybody just got their taxes. Everybody just got their little monies or whatever, collecting up all of their little coin. And I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but there's a statistic that say black women spend the most money. Whether it's on buying a new car every year because we get taxes, money, whatever. Whether it's nails, hair, whatever. We spend the most money, especially around tax time. So this is not my first rodeo. I'm 28 years old. In the last 6-7 years, I've always bought a car as is. I've never financed a car. And I've had really good luck up until now. So the situation I'm in now with buying this last car just really makes me feel like, I got a blessing coming. I'm not even going to really get into who, what, when, where, why. I'm just here to get this shit off my chest because this lady sold me a bogus ass car. She sold me a bogus ass car. Now, I ain't gonna say it was a bogus ass car. It was just an old car, right? I only spent $1,700 on it. And I can't be mad at that, right? True enough. But when you selling somebody a car, you at least give them the ins and outs about what's wrong with it, because then that just lets me know how much time and effort I need to put into fixing the car, right? And I have no problem with that. Like I said, this is not my first rodeo. This is not my first time purchasing a car as is, an old car as is. But I want to know up front what needs to be done to make the car drivable, safe for me and my kids. This is not just a car for me. This is a car for me to get my kids from school. You know what I'm saying? Grocery store, parks, going to the park, going to the doctors, going to the dentist, whatever. This car is for me to be able to safely put my kids in and drive it to point A to in point B. You know what I'm saying? So I found this car. I've been looking, mind you, I've been looking for a car. It's April 1st. I got my taxes like 2 weeks ago. I was late in filing my taxes, and this is the reason why, because I'm thinking I'm whatever. I got my taxes back, and I've been looking for a car since before I even got my taxes, trying to be ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking. I had been through so many. I had looked at so many different cars and test drive so many different cars, trying to find something that is in my price, but in my budget, something that works for me, something that I kind of like. You know what I'm saying? I have to drive this car at least for the next year. So it's down to the wire, literally. My daughter has spring break this week. My mom is moving. My mom has got a new job, so she's not even gonna be in the same. Like, my mom lived literally 5 minutes away from me, worked 5 minutes away from me, and lived 5 minutes away from me for the last year or two. So she's moving. She got a new job, and now I'm without a car. And I haven't. And this is the first time I've been out with a car. Been without a car in a long time. Like, I've been really good at keeping up with my cars, keeping them, maintenance, keeping them, buying decent cars, and having them for about a year before having to, get a new car or put any work into it or whatever. So I finally found a car that I thought that I was gonna be good, right? So I called this, like, I see this car. It was a 06, 08 Chevy Trailblazer. Mind you, looking back on it, I should have took a step back and did my research a little bit more, because the information that was on the ad was not accurate. There was 10,000 more miles in the car than the ad said, and the car is 2 years younger. So it said a 08 on the ad, but it was a 06, which really don't make no difference. 06 and 08 really ain't no big difference. We in 2023. So either way, she wasn't upfront about what was wrong with the car at all. Only thing she said was the fuel pump. So you don't know how much gas is in the car. And I'm okay with that, because I'm gonna get that. I can get that fixed. The car was only $1,700. I could put another $200, $300, $500 into the car and be like, okay, I done spent $2,600, $3,600 on cars before. This is not my first rodeo. So this time around, though, I wasn't looking for a car that I felt like was gonna last a long time. I was just looking for a car that I was gonna be able to drive for now. So I go meet this lady. If you don't know, I'm in New Hope, which is right outside of Minneapolis, and she's in Richfield. Richfield is a good 30-minute drive from New Hope. So I go meet this lady Tuesday, this past week, to get this car, right? And we get to the DMV. And she gets there, and she must have had just paid this car off not too long ago, because there's a lien on the car that she had to go home and find the lien release letter or whatever to say she can resell the car. Okay, whatever. We get to the DMV. She don't got the lien release. So she's like, I'm gonna go home and find it, blah, 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 da, 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 but you can come look at the car, and da, da, da. I'm thinking she's gonna let me test drive it. We go outside, we go look at the car. I get in, I look at it. She started to hand me the keys, but didn't. And I'm like, okay. So I just get in, and I just kind of look around. And then she made a comment like, yeah, people want to test drive the car, but I ain't with all that. So I'm like, okay, maybe she just got trust issues. Maybe she just feel like she can't trust that I'm going to just pull around and come back. I don't know. But I saw her son drive the car there and pull off with the car. So in my mind, this lady black, I'm like, I'm going to just, what I'm saying, kind of trust that this lady is not trying to play in my face right now. So she ended up bringing me home or whatever because I had came all the way out there from, like I said, from New Hope. I had to catch a lift there and was going to catch a lift back home. So she brought me home, and I'm telling y'all, the whole ride home, this woman is talking about God and just talking about, and it's just so crazy because me and her story align. Like, she's a single mom, and she was like, yeah, I used to just buy cars. I used to do the same thing you was doing. I would just buy cars, buy them as is, and then, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, that's until I was able to finally finance a car. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just continue to keep buying cars as is, and then once I finally feel comfortable enough, I'm, you know, financially stable enough to finally finance a car, then that's when I'm gonna do it. So I'm telling y'all, it was like I was talking to one of my aunties. She was so cool. Like, I felt like us building that relationship, like we were building not a relationship, but we were kind of like getting to know each other a little bit more beyond her just selling me a car. And so it made me feel a little bit more comfortable about buying the car. So she dropped me off at home, whatever. I was supposed to have met with her the next day. And she ended up texting me and telling me, and this is when I should have knew right then and there that I should have started looking for a new car. Because I could have had a different car and saved myself a whole world of trouble that I went through all this week. And still got to figure, and now I'm still in a position to have to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how I'm finna get this to and from my kids, this, that, and that, dirty daycare. I mean, small dirty daycare, and this and that and all this. So she texted me the next day like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to meet with you. I'm not gonna be able to meet till Friday. And I'm like, can you meet this day? Can you meet that day? Like, I need to get this car now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need the car to like get around, blah, blah, blah. She like, I'm not gonna be able to meet till Friday. All right, whatever. So come Friday, yesterday, get up, go meet her, get the car, got the title in my name, blah, blah. I leave, right? Because she leave. Y'all, I kid you not. As soon as I got in the car and started reversing, I knew something with that car was. I knew something wasn't right. I knew it was something more than just the damn fuel pump wrong with that damn car. And when I say this lady looked me in my eyes and said, oh yeah, good engine, good transmission, good like good running car. I done drove this car for years. My son drove it, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, drove this car all the way home and figured out by the time that I got home, the caliber or something needed to be fixed, and because of that, the brakes needed to be done. And like I said, I'm willing to put the money into the car. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that I'm not willing to work on keeping the car running at least long enough for me to get to my next, right? But you should have told me up front that I could have made that decision on my own. Not you made the decision for me and just lied to my face and just said, oh, here, yeah, the car is good. Like, whatever. So anyways, drove it home. Did what I needed to do all day yesterday. I'm helping my mom. It's probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night now. I'm helping my mom move. And I'm getting ready to leave. Y'all, the car would not even go in reverse. I'm starting the car, putting it in reverse, and I'm pressing the gas. And the car is not moving. The car is not moving. I know how to drive. Like, you put this car in reverse, you start the car and put it in reverse, it's supposed to go. The minute I take my foot off the brake, you can feel the car slowly starting to take off. Y'all, when I say this car would not budge, reverse, go and drive, nothing. Nothing. For 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm in the blizzard last night with my kids. Snow, rain, hit everything last night. just trying to get the car out the middle of the street. When I say I cried and I cried and I just cried, because I'm just like, I could have got a different car. My boyfriend called and said that like, I know somebody with a car right now. We can go get this car right now. And this, and I'm like, nah, let's just wait. Let's just see, you know what I'm saying? We gonna see, you know, this lady gonna bless us, whatever. We gonna be straight. Y'all, I should have just went with the other car. But you know what? I don't even like thinking like that because this is not happening to me. It's happening for me. And that's exactly what I had to keep telling myself last night. I'm just literally, as we're trying to figure out a strategic plan to get the car out the middle of the road so I don't get towed and all this crazy stuff last night, I'm just steady telling myself last night, just repeating it in my mind, because the devil, when stuff like this happens, the devil has a way of trying to trick you into believing that, like, that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. And so you start thinking to yourself, you start self-sabotaging. Telling yourself, oh, well, I can't even trust that I make a good, do I know how to make good decisions? Did I make a good decision? Can I trust that I'm making a good decision with any endeavor in my life from here on forward or before this? You know what I'm saying? Playing scenarios in my mind. Had I bought the other car and just said, forget this lady. At this point, I can't even think like that because I done already bought the car and I got the car. Now all I can do is put my big girl panties on and do what I need to do to either get the car up and running and resell it or just keep it. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept telling myself, this is not happening to you. It's happening for you. And another thing too is that I keep telling myself, this is the last time I'm buying a car like this. This is the last time I'm buying a car like this, like as is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day too, she probably really needed that money. She's a single mom, putting her son through college. She got a few jobs. I understand, and I'm not coming out here to bash her. I was mad. I'm still a little bit upset. But at the end of the day, I guess I could understand where she was coming from. Like, trying to get this car gone and trying to, you know, do what she got to do and all those other things and got the money and did what she needed to do, whatever. I'm not even coming on here to be like, F that lady, like, she sent me her lean car. I know her name, her address, all this. What am I going to sue her for? Any of that. This car is old as hell. It don't even matter, like, it don't even matter. I'm just gonna do what I need to do to get the car up and running, right? But I just kept telling myself, this is not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So like I said, the devil has a way of playing tricks on you. Having me think that, having me think like,
Look at my big cousin.
stop, I already did that. Having me think like, I think I already said it. Like, just having me play tricks on myself or sabotage, or having me want to be like this is the reason why I be wanting to like isolate myself, because I be trying to avoid situations like this in life. Like, I don't be wanting to deal with situations like this in life. I don't be wanting to encounter people who don't have good intentions, because I'm not a bad person. I help people. I like to give money. I like to lend a helping hand. I like to help others. That's just a part of who I am. I feel like that's a part of my path, helping others. What can I do to service somebody else? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, I cried for a long time last night because I just feel like I have good intentions. I never want to play somebody out of something that they worked for. I never want to, you know what I'm saying, play in somebody's face like that. I never want nobody to feel like I got over on them. I don't know. So to feel like somebody did that to me hurts. And that hurt. Like, I'm just out here. I don't care. I'm just out here trying to do right. I'm going to school. I take care of my kids. My house is clean for the most part. For the most part, besides the laundry, my house stay clean. My kids got their own space. I don't drink. I'm not doing drugs. Like, I ain't gonna say I don't drink. I'm not a drunk. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't do, okay, I'm not an addict. I don't have men or people in general in out of my life or out of my house. Like, people don't even, ain't nobody even invited to my house. So I just like damn. And that's another thing. The devil like to put those little thoughts in your mind, like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve this? Like, no, it's not what I did. It's not about what I did. It's about who I am and the energy I attract. So that's why I kept telling myself, this is not happening to you. It is happening for you. And how I am going to take this situation is I'm going to stop playing with my potential. I am so great. I have so many people always telling me, you're so talented. You're so this, you're so that, you're so creative. And I can see it in my content. Like, I can see it in my content, like, that I post. If I put more effort into doing that, taking off. What? No, he said he's on his way. Start taking your hair down. That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay!
So much potential. Matter of fact, we can start taking your hair down on live. Then I'm done. I'm kind of done with my rant.
It was so sad last night.
Yeah. And the reason why it took me so long is because I was, like I said, what did I just say? Go get all of your stuff to start taking your hair down, Zakia. Thank you. I wanted to do this last night, or I gave myself time to just like sit on it because I don't want to be on here crying. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not asking for nobody to come on here and be like, oh, you got like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know these things already. So, like I said, I just had to come get that off my chest though, because I kind of want to document this just from my own, I don't even know if the word for it, but just document it from my own self-reflection. There you go. Because from 1 year from now, oh, I'm not even going to recognize this person, this situation. I'm going to be like, ooh, thank you, God.
Oh my goodness, look at outside.
Thank you, God. Because I'm going to stop playing with my potential and stop putting things off that really need to be done. Because by the end of this year, my life can do a complete 180 if I just focus in on my goal, focus in on my what needs to be done. So that was what I wanted to rant about. Don't play with people's money. Don't play with people's time. Have good intentions. Be good. Be kind to people. Do things for somebody else sometimes. Don't always do things for yourself. Don't always do things for your own self. Don't step on nobody else to get to your, like, you don't step on somebody so that you can get to the next spot. Like,
Help me.
you don't step on nobody so that you can get, especially another black person. When you black, that's what's wrong with the black community. We do that all the time. We'll step on the next black person just to get to the next spot in life. Why? Why? When we all trying to get there, it ain't no race. What Nipsey say? It's a marathon. It's not a race. Why is we racing to get to the same spot? Why is we racing? Why is we all racing the same race? But we racing, but it's not a race. It's a marathon. We just trying to hand it to the next person. We just gonna keep trying to hand it to the. You know what I'm saying? This generation just trying to hand it to this generation. This generation is trying to hand it to this generation. Like, why are we racing when it's a marathon? Why are we competing when we're supposed to be a community? We competing with each other and we're supposed to be a community. That's why the black community is so fractured now, because we don't understand that. We don't know how to put that in our minds, like make that make sense in our minds that we supposed to be doing this together. Not trying to do it by ourselves or not looking at it like, oh, that's my competition. Only competition is you. When you look in the mirror in the morning, are you still the same as you was yesterday? Or are you better than you were yesterday? So old me would be trying to figure out how I'm finna sue this woman. How I would be trying, sit down and be quiet, cause you messing me up. How I'm finna sue this woman, I be in here crying still, not knowing how to pull myself together to try to get this car fixed. Old me would be a mess. And that's another thing the devil likes to do. The devil likes to try to pull you back to who you used to be. I'm not that girl no more, devil. You can't make me be somebody I'm not. When I know who I am. I know I'm not that girl no more. You can't make me be somebody I'm not. I'm not gonna wake up and be like, oh, well, that's money going wasted. Car, might as well just stay. No, I'm not doing that. Because I know I got so much more coming. I know greater is coming. I know greater is coming. I know greater is coming. I know it because I know. How I know? I just know. I can feel it. I'm not gonna sit here and be boo-hooing, crying over this situation. Only reason why I'm a little bit emotional today is because it's my cousin's 30th birthday. What would have been his 30th birthday?
What, today?
Today, April 1st. It's Sean's birthday. Yeah. So, yeah. That's my little message for today. Don't play with people's time. Don't play with people's money. Be intentional in everything you do. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, be intentional. Be more intentional. And this is really just this everything. I always look at like life, like everything that happens to me in life, I always turn it around and be like, I look at myself like, what could I have done differently to either make my situation better, or what did I do to make my situation is what it is right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm always self-reflecting. I'm always self-reflecting. What could I do? What could I have done? What did I do to either make the situation as bad as it is, or to have made the situation as good as it was, or good as it is, whatever. I'm not mad at that woman. She just did what black people do. She did what black people do. She just did what black people do. Black people like to get over. Sad. But black people like to get over. And I think I'm just a little bit too naive and gullible, because I always see the good in people first. I always see, even when they showing me red flags, I always try to see the good in people first. And that's something that's a negative, a toxic trait for me in a way, because like I said, even after I've seen a red flag, I still be like, oh, I'm gonna give them a benefit of the doubt. Like, a red flag is a red flag. Recognize red flags when you see them, and stop playing with yourself. I'm always seeing the good in people first. Always. I never, ever, ever be like, oh nah, they playing games. I never, ever be like, oh nah, you know? But it's cool. Like I said, I need a rat tail comb. I don't see one rat tail comb. The brown one, the pink one with the skinny metal piece. Go look in your playpen. Go baby playpen. But yeah, I'm about to continue on with this day. Get these kids ready to get and go for them to go to their dads. And I got hella homework to catch up on. So I'm glad I was able to, because usually I probably would have just journaled this. I would have just journaled, and I actually still will journal. If whatever. This is actually my second journal. My journal from 2022 is, well, no, this was my 2022 month too. But I have another journal that I finished. I haven't even finished this one yet, so that's why I'm gonna keep writing this one. But I'm a journal. And as y'all can see, that's what I like to do. And this is just one journal. I got a whole nother journal that I keep close. Matter of fact, I should read what April 1st was today, a few years ago.
Today is April Fool's.
This journal is literally... Literally.
Today is April Fool's.
Let's see if I can find April 1st in here. I need a rat tail comb, so I'm not doing nothing without a rat tail comb.
Okay, chill. I'm trying to find it.
Okay. April 1st? Let's see. I don't have an April 1st. I have April 3rd. I didn't journal. I don't journal every single day, so. Put it down. April 3rd. April 3rd says, oh God. Oh no, I ain't write nothing too crazy. Okay, I'm gonna just read this and then I'm gonna start taking down my daughter here. April 3rd says, April 3rd, 2021. So this was 2 years ago. Wow, time flew. It's already April. A lot has happened since I last journaled. So I'm going to try to stay on track. First, let's talk about the baby shower. The baby shower. That was the last time I saw my cousin. So this journal entry was the last time I saw him. Crazy. Go close the door. Go close the door. I don't know why he gotta be doing all that, making all that noise. Hopefully the sound on this is fine, because my phone has been acting funny. I'm gonna be really sad if it isn't. Wow, time has flew. It's already April. A lot has happened since I last journaled, so I'm gonna stay on track. First, let's talk about the baby shower. Man, my auntie really outdid herself. It was amazing. So many people came to support her. Malaysia. It was so much love in the room, and the best part, nobody there was in bad spirit. Be quiet. Nobody there was in bad spirit. Everybody truly enjoyed themselves. Miss Italy, aka Lily, she literally took my name, is good. Baby girl has everything she needs plus more, and I'm so thankful to God for it. Our whole trip was amazing. It was the first time the kids had been on a plane, and they did really good. Me, I was scared AF, but I had to play it cool. I'm so happy I was able to do that with my babies and my mom and Layla. We didn't get too much. We didn't do too much. A little upset about the hotel. I called and spoke with Steve.
Who's Steve?
Be quiet. I called and spoke with Steve. I was trying to give him time to try and resolve it, but he hasn't called back. While I was in Chicago, I really thought about what would it be like to move back. I just really want to be closer to my family, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But coming back from Chicago, the first thing was Marquise locks the keys in the car.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Huh?
I remember that.
Oh, when we got picked up from the airport, probably.
Yeah, he locked the keys in the car.
Yeah, okay, so the first thing, I forgot all about that. The first thing was Marquise locks the keys in the car. Thank God the window comes down easily because it
Broke.
it was broken. So he was able to get in. Other than that, everything has been cool. Trying to get back into my daily routine, even on the weekends. Oh yeah, Marquise says he's moving out. I just can't believe we've made it this far. Things are about to start feeling different. I'm not quite sure how it's going to be once we are separated, but open to change. He helped me buy a car yesterday,
I remember everything.
and I know exactly what car it was.
Was
I
it the
think I
black
know.
one?
The black Jeep Compass.
I knew it.
And I love it. Exactly what I wanted. The price I wanted. Look at God. Life is great. I've been saying at least once a day, and it's working. I've been feeling a lot more present now. Present and now. Practicing patience, self-love, and care. Trying to get right with this diet, but I'm not gonna lie. I have some good days and some bad days. The scale keeps going up and down, but it hasn't gone past where I decided to restart. So that's a plus. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. Just gotta do a whole lot better. I just remembered I talked to Duty yesterday, and I'm so thankful to God. He sounds like he's doing okay. I pray for his strength physically, mentally, emotionally. We're so close to the finish line. I know we all can almost taste it. Self-love. When one chooses to love on thyself. And one and once it's all over, it's time for him to come home. It's gonna be a movie. And so excited I can see the vision. I'm literally all over the place. Lastly, I'm getting back into my 1K 1 day stuff. I know what I want to sell, press on nails, and things used to accessorize and outfits, details. I've, I've already got my website up, just not functioning yet. I got my EIN, and now I just gotta pay for my LLC and trademark my name. But other than that, I'm ready to keep going. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy how in this book, I mean, at this time 2 years ago, I'm talking about Sean, the baby shower. Well, I'm talking about the baby shower. And the baby shower was the last time I seen Sean. And then I'm talking about the car at the time that I had just got, which is the car that I wish I still had. Don't know why I traded it. Don't know why I gave it away. Don't know why I did that, but I did it.
She gave it to her.
And I did not. And I'm going to keep asking you to be quiet. But I don't know why I did that. So, but yeah, reading this 2 years ago, this time just lets me know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Life is crazy. Life is crazy. Let's see. I already know what this April in this book is gonna say because this is the April Sean passed away. He was already gone, basically.
That's a lot of pages.
So let's see what this April. It says March, April 11th. It says yesterday was Palm Sunday. I'm going to look up what that stands for exactly, but we made it to church this morning, which felt good. It's been 2 weeks since I've last wrote. I wanted to do my best to try to express exactly why I feel. So we made the trip to Chicago. Getting there was okay. Coming back, not so much. We really had a good time, even if things didn't go exactly as planned. It was still a great time. Got to see Duty on FaceTime when I saw my little cousin. It was a young man. He's a young man now. Crazy how 4 years could just fly by my trail. So happy for him to be home. To be home, I really did have a great time. So after going on this trip, we realized something about myself. I am toxic. I desire to be healed from head to my toes. The relationship I have created with my keys has become unhealthy. Neither of us can seem to let go. I've come to the realization that I do have feelings for him and I do love him, but after everything, I feel like we just want to sometimes.
You really like.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Oh, you missed something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read all that. So yeah, but I knew last year when we went. This is April last year was when we went to Chicago to see Sean. I mean to see
Malaysia
Chris. Yeah,
and Duty.
to spend with Christina for Sean's birthday or whatever. Ooh, that just hurt my back. But yeah.
Again, after a few weeks, it was my birthday.
I'm gonna end this live and I'm gonna come back because I want it to be on a different note. So